Hello, Facebook friends and family. This is Gary Richard Collins II, wanting to thank each and every one of you for expressing your condolences over the passing of my grandaunt just 6 days before my birthday. Now, what many of you might have not realized was my grandaunt was the nicest kind of lady who was like a mother, a grandmother, and even a great-grandmother figure all of the city of Detroit. That's for one thing. Another thing was my grandaunt really had to fight really harder in order to get away from any incident or any bad situation of which nobody could ever get away with. And let me tell you the story about her. When she went to a church called Messiah's, what I did not know, it started it out as a pretty bad church for some thing I wasn't even aware of. What I do know, and hey, Kathy, what I do know is she needed to get out of the church so she could go on to another, meaning there was the pastor who was caught up in an incident I wasn't even aware of at the time. Oh, hi, Heather. How are you? And get your friends from your high school and from elementary and high school to watch the show with you. Many on Hi Clyde. Oh, like I was saying, my grandaunt really got out of there just to make sure she didn't get caught up in any incident she would normally avoid. And what I already know was there was a pastor who was really in this incident. Not to mention there were lots of guns, there were lots of violence in the church, all those bad things. So really, my grandaunt really needed to find another church. And to make the long story short, my grandaunt was also one of those people who would taught and told others what to say and what not to say. Whether if it's of the Bible, hi Lori, or whether if it's something, oh, hi Heather, and if you if you talk to Tiffany about this, make sure you tell Tiffany Patterson Gary says hi and tell her I have her my hugs and kisses. Okay? Oh, and by the way, as far as back to this video. Now, what many of you not realize was my grandaunt was, of course, the absolute social butterfly. I mean, everything she did was very beneficial. So she would try to get everybody to learn so much about the Lord, try to understand things about the Lord. Also, she would also try to tease at times, compared to the many grandparents who would do. And what I also find very interesting is, hi Tracy, how are you? Is she would, Pete, be quiet, please, I'm on camera. Sorry about that. Pete. Anyways, what many of you might have not realized was my grandaunt was also my grandaunt also listened to Queen Mary on almost every night in the morning on a gospel radio station in Detroit, Michigan. So she was a favorite of Queen Mary. So in getting a show that would come on the air at 1:30, hey Christina, at 1:30 a.m. in the morning, the person of the gospel network had to make some hard, gut-wrenching decisions. And then right after that, and hey Ashanti, how are you? And then 1 hour after, and then right after that, the show had to be brought to 2:30 a.m. in the morning. And I don't know why, I just don't know how. Mainly because it has something to do with the money, I guess. And apart from that, hey, what's up? How was Ashanti? What many of you might have not gathered was my grandaunt was one of those people before me who just like to listen to the radio in the AM at dark. I mean, she was way before my time. What I have learned was somewhere, my grandaunt would always try to keep herself alert, try to stay focused, and more importantly, try to feed her brains, her eyes, and her ears on everything Mary had talked about, and so forth. Okay, let me pause here, and we're going to be right back. Oh, and if that wasn't enough, I have to be honest with you. Aunt Annie was also the lady who just encourages you to be only yourself, nobody else. Because if you are to be like somebody else, then you would ruin a reputation on which one might have had. So therefore, you ought to just live in your persona, try to be who you really are, and be a logical thinker. Aunt Annie always had that. I mean, she usually would have this kind of sense on which nobody to this day had ever tried to think clearly, and so forth. And you want to know what else I think? I think Aunt Annie was a darn good cooker and a darn good family woman. I mean, whatever she did was she sort of fixed her family foods, fixed her family's meals, fixed up cookies, cakes, done almost everything until she had suffered health problems. And when she did, she couldn't do so anymore, and so forth. Well, I want to thank you very much for watching, and I also want to thank each and every one of you Facebookers for trying to express my eternal gratitude for the love of my life. And I'm going to send each and every one of you all of my great big hugs. Oh, don't it feel so good? You know what? I really love each and every one of you. And if that weren't enough, I love my mother, I love my father, and I love almost everybody who also taught me on how to learn to listen to the Word of God the same way my grandaunt have. You take good care, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.